The Unlikely Trio, Hay Castle, and the Quest for Chronicle Stone. Chapter 1. A Journey Unfolds. In the tapestry of mundane lives, Matt, the sun-kissed adventurer, Paul, the 80s enthusiast, and Ben, the office drone seeking reprieve, found themselves drawn together once again at Café Serendipity. Little did they fathom that this humble café would serve as the prologue to an unfolding odyssey. Amidst sips of coffee, a note emerged beneath Matt's cup, casting a subtle spell. Matt, Paul, and Ben, seekers of serendipity, a new quest awaits. Find me at the fudge shop in Hay-on-Wye. Destiny stirs. Chris. Intrigued, the trio embraced the allure of the unknown. The fudge shop in Hay-on-Wye beckoned them, promising a rendezvous with destiny at the break of dawn. Their journey took them through the winding lanes of the Welsh countryside, where emerald hills rolled under open skies and ancient whispers lingered in the breeze. Each mile uncovered a layer of forgotten stories, setting the stage for the mysteries that awaited them. As twilight descended, they found respite in a quaint pub nestled in the heart of the countryside. The air was thick with warmth, and the aroma of hearty meals greeted them. The trio, weary from travel, settled into a corner, where the flickering candlelight cast shadows on time-worn wooden beams. The pub's atmosphere hummed with the melodic cadence of local tales, and the trio shared an evening meal, a feast that mirrored the richness of their unfolding adventure. Matt's tales of daring escapades, Paul's infectious enthusiasm for 80s nostalgia, and Ben's dry wit filled the air, creating an ambience of camaraderie amid the rustic charm. As laughter echoed and glasses clinked, the pub became a haven, a respite before the dawn meeting with Chris. The night unfolded in tales and shared moments, fortifying the bond between the trio who, unbeknownst to them, stood at the threshold of an adventure that would redefine their destinies. The Welsh countryside, the pub's warmth, and the camaraderie all set the stage for the mysteries yet to be unveiled at the fudge shop come morning. Chapter 2. The Fudge Shop Revelation. The morning sun cast a gentle glow over the cobbled streets of Hay-on-Wye as Matt, Paul, and Ben made their way to the fudge shop. The air was filled with the sweet scent of confections and the promise of revelations as they stepped into the cosy establishment. Seated at a corner table, bathed in the morning light, was Chris, a figure with the air of someone who had weathered the passage of time. In his mid-40s, Chris had a lightweight frame, short hair that hinted at a life well lived, and a bushy beard that framed a face marked by wisdom and mystery. As the trio approached, Chris greeted them with a warm smile, his eyes reflecting the knowledge of ages. He motioned for them to sit, and as they settled in, the air seemed charged with anticipation. "Welcome, Matt, Paul, and Ben," Chris began, his voice carrying a resonance that hinted at ancient secrets. "You are the chosen ones, summoned by the ghostly whispers of Hay-on-Wye Castle. Fate has woven your paths into the tapestry of the Chronicle Stone." Chris went on to reveal the legend of the Chronicle Stone, a mystical artifact hidden within the depths of Hay-on-Wye Castle. He spoke of the ghost that had traversed time, reaching across centuries to summon the trio. The castle, once a fortress guarding its secrets, had chosen them to unveil the mysteries that lay within. The Chronicle Stone holds the power to shape destinies and unlock the secrets of time, Chris explained, his words resonating with a weight that echoed through the fudge shop. "You are the custodians chosen by the ghostly apparition, and together you shall embark on a quest to reveal the hidden truths of Hay-on-Wye Castle." As Chris unfolded the tale, a sense of purpose dawned on Matt, Paul, and Ben. The fudge shop, once a quaint haven, had become the starting point for an adventure that transcended the boundaries of ordinary existence. With newfound determination, the trio set their sights on the looming silhouette of Hay-on-Wye Castle, ready to unravel the secrets guarded by time and the ghostly whispers that had beckoned them on this extraordinary journey. Chapter 3. Chris's Culinary Odyssey. In the labyrinth of time, there existed a chapter in Chris's life that unfolded as a tapestry of flavors, forged through the crucible of youthful curiosity and passion. Long before the trio's destinies intertwined, Chris embarked on a culinary odyssey that would eventually lead him to the Hay and Wye fudge shop. Chris, in his younger years, was a man of insatiable curiosity and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. His journey into the realm of gastronomy began in a small village nestled amid rolling hills and meandering streams. Born into a family where the kitchen was the heart of the home, Chris found himself drawn to the alchemy of ingredients and the dance of flavors. As a young man, Chris exhibited a particular fascination with the art of confectionery. His eyes sparkled with excitement as he delved into the intricacies of candy making. While his peers pursued more conventional paths, Chris set out to master the fine art of crafting delectable treats. Under the guidance of a seasoned confectioner in the village, Chris honed his skills. From the delicate balance of sugar and cream to the meticulous temperature control required for the perfect fudge, he immersed himself in the secrets of confectionery. The village became his culinary canvas, and each creation bore the mark of his passion. However, Chris's journey took an unexpected turn when he stumbled upon a quaint fudge shop in Hay on Wye. Drawn by an inexplicable force, he decided to pack his culinary dreams and embark on a new chapter in the charming town. The Hay and Wye fudge shop, nestled between antiquarian bookstores and winding streets, welcomed Chris with open arms. Its wooden facade and the intoxicating aroma of sweet confections beckoned to him like a siren's call. Little did he know that this shop, steeped in history and mystery, would become the nexus of his destiny. Chris joined the team with the eagerness of a culinary apprentice. His hands, accustomed to the precision of candy making, found a new rhythm in the world of fudge. From the classic vanilla swirls to experimental blends infused with local herbs, Chris's creations became a sensation in the town. Yet, the allure of the fudge shop wasn't merely confined to the culinary delights it offered. Unbeknownst to Chris, the shop itself held ancient secrets, secrets woven into the very fabric of Hay and Wye Castle. The Chronical stone, a mystical artifact that bridged the realms of time and fate, had chosen its guardian in the form of this aspiring confectioner. As Chris crafted his fudge creations, he began to sense the whispers of the castle's ghostly guardian. The apparition, a spectral guide across centuries, led him to uncover the deeper mysteries concealed within the stone walls. Chris's culinary prowess and the connection he forged with the Chronicle stone made him an unwitting custodian of secrets that transcended the boundaries of ordinary existence. The fudge shop, once a place of sweet indulgence, became a nexus of ancient energies and destinies converging in a dance of flavors and fate. And so, as the trio ventured into the fudge shop, guided by Chris's enigmatic summons, they stood on the precipice of a journey intricately woven into the legacy of a young man who, in pursuit of culinary excellence, became an unwitting guardian of the mystical tapestry that bound them all together. The flavors of the past, present and future converged in the Hay and Wye fudge shop, setting the stage for an adventure that would transcend time and tantalize the senses. Chapter 4. The Enchanted Touch. The morning sun bathed the cobbled streets of Hay on Wye as the trio, Matt, Paul and Ben, accompanied by Chris, made their way toward the looming silhouette of Hay Castle. The air was charged with anticipation, and the castle's ancient stones seemed to echo with the secrets they held. Chris, with an air of purpose, led the group through the castle gates, where time itself seemed to slow. The ancient structure stood as a testament to centuries of history, its walls whispering tales of battles, mysteries, and the elusive Chronicle stone. As they ventured deeper into the castle grounds, Chris felt a resonance with the magical energies that lingered within. It was time to call upon his familiars, Chloe and Geoffrey, two enchanted rabbits who had been his companions throughout his journey. With a soft incantation, Chris summoned his furry allies. From the folds of the fabric of reality emerged Chloe, a sleek black-furred rabbit with eyes that sparkled like stars, and Geoffrey, a silver-furred companion whose ears twitched with an otherworldly awareness. The rabbits hopped toward Chris, their presence eliciting a sense of enchantment in the air. These familiars hold a connection to the ancient magic within Hay Castle, Chris explained to the trio, who observed the rabbits with a mix of curiosity and wonder. They will guide us to the hidden chamber that conceals the Chronicle stone. With the familiars leading the way, the group entered the castle's labyrinthine passages. Chloe and Geoffrey moved with a purpose, their keen senses attuned to the subtle energies that permeated the stone walls. As they navigated through narrow corridors and spiraling staircases, the atmosphere became increasingly charged with the promise of discovery. Ben, always the skeptic, raised an eyebrow at the rabbit's mystical abilities. You really think these furry creatures will lead us to some hidden chamber? Chris, undeterred, nodded. Trust in the magic of Hay Castle. Sometimes, the most extraordinary paths are guided by the most unlikely companions. Paul, ever the pop culture enthusiast, couldn't resist chiming in with a grin. You know, it's like when Mikey and the gang followed Chester Copperpot's map to find One-Eyed Willie's treasure in the Goonies. Adventures are often led by the unexpected. As they continued their journey through the castle, Matt's compass, a reliable companion on his adventures, began to rattle. The needle pointed erratically, as if stirred by an unseen force. Matt's eyes lit up with recognition. Looks like my old compass is as eager for adventure as I am, he remarked, a grin spreading across his face. This way, my friends. Let's follow where the compass leads us. The familiars, Chloe and Geoffrey, hopped with purpose, their movements synchronized with the erratic dance of the compass needle. The group followed the enchanting duo through a series of twists and turns, arriving at a seemingly nondescript chamber. Chris, with a knowing smile, approached a tapestry depicting scenes from a bygone era. This is where the magic lies, he announced, revealing a hidden mechanism. The tapestry shifted, unveiling a concealed entrance to an ancient chamber. The room revealed by Chloe and Geoffrey's guidance was adorned with symbols and carvings that hinted at the mystical nature of their surroundings. At the center stood an ornate pedestal, upon which rested the Chronicle stone, a pulsating orb that seemed to hold the very essence of time itself. Chris, guided by his connection to the stone, began to recite an incantation. The stone responded, revealing visions of the past, present, and future. Ben, though skeptical, found himself captivated by the spectacle, while Paul couldn't resist quoting lines from The Goonies, adding a touch of adventure to the unfolding mystery. As the revelations unfolded, the very fabric of time seemed to ripple around them. The castle chamber became a nexus, bridging the realms of history and magic. Chloe and Geoffrey, the enchanting guides, gazed with a knowing serenity, their presence a testament to the harmonious connection between the natural and the supernatural. With the visions subsiding, the group stood in awe of the Chronicle stone's power. Chris, the rabbits by his side, addressed the trio. You are now the keepers of the Chronicle, bound to the fate of Hay Castle and the ancient magic within. The journey has just begun, and the threads of destiny weave a tale only you can unfold. Feeling the weight of destiny on their shoulders, the trio approached the Chronicle stone. Together, they extended their hands and touched its pulsating surface. A surge of power enveloped them, connecting their fates to the mystical artifact. As they withdrew their hands, the Chronicle stone glowed with a renewed brilliance, casting a radiant light that illuminated the chamber. Chapter 5. The Guardian's Revelation. As the trio withdrew their hands from the pulsating Chronical stone, a luminous glow enveloped the chamber. From the ethereal radiance emerged a ghostly figure, clad in ancient armor. The Guardian of Hay Castle materialized before them, a spectral knight whose presence resonated with the weight of centuries. The knight's armor shimmered with an otherworldly gleam, and the visage within the helmet bore an expression that conveyed both solemnity and an unyielding sense of duty. The trio, mesmerized by the apparition, stood in respectful silence as the Guardian spoke. "Greetings, seekers of the Chronical stone," the ghostly knight intoned, his voice echoing through the chamber. "I am Sir Roland, the Guardian entrusted with the duty to protect Hay Castle and its timeless secrets." As the knight spoke, the air seemed to carry the weight of a tragic history. Sir Roland's narrative unfolded, revealing the tale of an aristocratic curse that had plagued the castle for generations. The trio listened, their hearts heavy with the burden of the castle's past. Hay Castle was once a bastion of prosperity and cultural richness, Sir Roland began, his voice a haunting melody of ancient sorrow. But our family, bound by blood and the ambitions of power, fell victim to a curse that befell us due to an artist's misplaced grief and vengeance. He recounted a tale of unrequited love and betrayal, of an artist whose heartache manifested in a masterful yet cursed masterpiece. The curse, woven into the very fabric of the castle, entwined the destinies of its inhabitants with the ebb and flow of time. Generations have passed, and the curse remains an unyielding force, Sir Roland continued. The Chronical stone, a conduit of the castle's magic, holds the key to our redemption. It is bound to the threads of fate, waiting for those with the courage to face the shadows of our past. The knight turned his gaze to the trio, the haunting visage within the helmet conveying a sense of urgency. "You, chosen ones, must lift the curse that shackles Hay Castle. The threads of destiny have brought you here, and only by understanding the true nature of the artist's anguish can the curse be unravelled." With a solemn gesture, Sir Roland extended a ghostly hand toward the Chronical stone. "Touch the stone once more, and let its visions guide you through the labyrinth of time. Unravel the tapestry of our tragic history, for in doing so, you may liberate this castle from the shackles of its cursed past." The trio, moved by the knight's tale, approached the Chronical stone once more. As their hands made contact with its pulsating surface, visions of the past unfolded before them, a tapestry of love, betrayal, and the echoes of an artist's sorrow. The Chronical stone became a gateway to the threads of fate, inviting the trio to delve into the depths of the castle's tragic history. Sir Roland, the spectral guardian, watched with a sense of hopeful anticipation. The journey to lift the curse had begun, and the trio found themselves entwined with the destiny of Hay Castle, guided by the light of the Chronicle stone and the ghostly knight's enduring vigil over the castle's enduring secrets. Chapter 6. The Art of Redemption. Paul, caught in the weight of the decision, stared at the fragments laid out before him. The Chronicle stone pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and the castle's atmosphere shifted as though holding its breath. The group, sensing the gravity of the moment, awaited Paul's choice. A shiver ran down Paul's spine as he pondered the consequences of his decision. The Chronicle's stone seemed to hum a melody of both warning and encouragement, as if the very walls of Hay Castle were urging him to choose wisely. Chris, the adventurer with a twinkle in his eye, spoke up, breaking the tense silence. "Mate, think about it. We're here to break a curse, not make deals with ghosts. Let's give this artist the redemption he deserves. We've come this far. Might as well see it through." Matt, his compass still vibrating with intensity, nodded in agreement. "The spirit's trapped, and we hold the key to free it. This isn't just about lifting the curse on the castle, it's about giving someone peace, even if they're from centuries ago. Ben, the voice of reason, added, "Besides, if we don't try, who's to say the spirit won't find other ways to make things difficult for us? We've got a chance to do something good here." Emboldened by his friend's support, Paul took a deep breath. With a determined look, he began carefully arranging the fragments into their rightful places. The Chronicle stone emitted a soft glow, and a sense of both relief and solemnity washed over the group as the final piece clicked into position. The castle seemed to exhale as the completed painting emerged, a poignant masterpiece that captured the pain, betrayal, and redemption of centuries past. The Chronicle stone resonated with a harmonious hum, signalling the breaking of the curse that had plagued Hay Castle for so long. The walls of the castle echoed with a sigh, as if the spirits within had found release. Sir Roland, the spectral knight, materialized once more, his ethereal form expressing gratitude. "You have lifted the curse that bound me and my beloved castle. The artist's spirit is free, and Hay Castle shall know peace once again." As the ghostly figure of Sire Ronald faded, suddenly the painting disappeared, leaving behind an empty space that echoed with the weight of centuries. The chamber trembled, and the stone walls crumbled, threatening to bury the trio beneath the debris. Panic set in as the ceiling descended upon them, the very castle resisting the release of its long-held curse. Chapter 7. The Vanishing Chamber. In the midst of the chaos, the enchanted rabbits, Chloe and Geoffrey, sensed a way to safety. With swift movements, they led the group through a hidden passage, avoiding the collapsing chamber. Chris, the fudge shop worker with a knack for adventure, urged the trio to follow the path revealed by the rabbits. As they raced through the labyrinthine passages, the crumbling castle echoed with the fading tremors of its once cursed foundation. A bright light enveloped them, blinding in its brilliance. The trio, guided by Chris and their mystical companions, found themselves transported from the crumbling chaos to a realm of pure light. The transition was disorienting, their senses adjusting to the sudden shift. When the brightness subsided, they stood not in the ruins of Hay Castle, but back in the familiar surroundings of Café Serendipity. The aroma of coffee wafted through the air, and the gentle hum of conversation filled the space. Behind the counter stood the artist, a spectral figure with a smile that held both gratitude and release. The once vengeful spirit, now freed from the shackles of its own creation, began to fade away. The salvation, sought for centuries, was finally granted. The trio, bewildered yet filled with a profound sense of accomplishment, exchanged glances. The weight of their journey, from the haunted halls of Hay Castle to the brink of obliteration, now rested upon their shoulders. The artist's spirit, now realized and at peace, left behind a lingering sense of gratitude that echoed in the serene atmosphere of Café Serendipity. As the spectral figure faded into nothingness, the cafe's patrons continued their conversations, oblivious to the extraordinary events that had unfolded. The trio, having bridged the realms of time and magic, sat in quiet reflection. The threads of destiny had woven a tale of courage, redemption, and the enduring power of breaking curses that haunted the past. Café Serendipity, a haven untouched by the passage of time, cradled the trio in the warmth of its ambience. The Chronicle stone, once a conduit to the mysteries of Hay Castle, remained silent, its purpose fulfilled. The journey, though extraordinary, had brought them full circle, leaving behind a tale that transcended the boundaries of the ordinary and embraced the extraordinary. Chapter 8. A Fond Farewell. The trio, having woven the threads of destiny through the enchanting tale of Hay Castle, stood on the cobbled streets of Hobble Bottom. The air was filled with a bittersweet atmosphere as they prepared to part ways with Chris, the fudge shop worker who had become an integral part of their extraordinary journey. Amidst the quaint charm of the town, Chris stood with Chloe and Geoffrey perched on each shoulder, the enchanted rabbits that had guided them through the mystical realms of Hay Castle. The trio exchanged heartfelt farewells, knowing that their paths, though intertwined by fate, were diverging. "May your future adventures be as magical as the one we shared," Chris said, his eyes reflecting the gratitude of a man who had found purpose in unexpected places. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the cobbled streets, Chris walked into the sunset with Chloe and Geoffrey by his side. His silhouette, carrying the whimsy of their shared adventure, gradually faded into the distance. The trio watched, a sense of fulfillment and nostalgia settling upon them. The echoes of Hay Castle, the Chronicle stone, and the spectral guardian lingered in their memories. Yet the journey had come full circle, and the bonds forged in the realms of magic and history remained etched in the fabric of their lives. As Chris made his way back to the beloved fudge shop, the trio continued down the cobbled streets of Hobble Bottom. The air held a mixture of the ordinary and the extraordinary, a reminder that the magic of their adventure transcended the boundaries of time and space. The sun dipped further, casting long shadows on the cobbled streets. The Chronicle stone, carried by Matt, remained a silent witness to the tales it had unravelled. The trio, having been part of a story that defied the ordinary, walked into the night with hearts filled with gratitude for the unexpected adventures that had become a cherished chapter in their lives.